네, 이번에는 오늘 포옹이 전달되는 또 다른 기부 단체입니다. 노이즈 크래프트 킨더 라이프의 닥터 울리케박사님을 앞으로 모셔서 말씀 전해드리도록 하겠습니다. 닥터 람리스께서는 현재 주 홍콩 독일 총영사님의 부인이십니다. 독일에서 이민록과 의사로 활동하시다가 홍콩으로 이주하게 되셨고 이후에 중국과 방글라데시 등에서 원청이, 구순 9개의 수술을 직접 하고 계십니다. 매년 약 4,400여 명의 어린이들에게 수술을 해주시고 계시는데요. 자, 지금부터 앞으로 모셔서 말씀 듣도록 하겠습니다.
So ladies and gentlemen, in the earlier part of the evening we talked to you about Deutsche Kinderhilfe, which I think literally means German Cleft helping children, if it was translated literally. Their representative here in Hong Kong is Dr. Ulli케박사. As we understand, she's dedicated many years of her life to operating on children with cleft palates, and as well as being a representative of DCKH here in Hong Kong. She's also the wife of the German Consul General here in Hong Kong. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Ulli케박사.
여러분들 따뜻한 환영의 박수로 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
Support our common goal to help children all over the world. My name is Ullike박sa. I'm living in Hong Kong since 1.5 years together with my husband Peter, who is the Consul General of Germany. And since many years I dedicate my professional life to children with cleft lip and palate all over the world. I work for two different organizations. One is the German Cleft Society, who is based in the south of Germany. We only have this small team of 6 people there, taking care of cleft children in 14 different countries, where different surgeons all over the world are doing like 4,000 surgeries every year. And on the other hand side, I founded together with my husband Peter our own family organization. You can see on that picture us and our 4 children. We have 4 healthy and wonderful children, and so we decided that we would like to do something also for those children who are not so fortunate like ours. And we founded our organization Lucky Kids International, which is Lucky Kinderhilfe. And we take care of children with cleft lip and palate in areas and countries where nobody else goes, like Palestine and Lebanon and Iraq and small islands in Indonesia. So what is a cleft lip and palate? Probably, maybe some of you have seen that already. Today you don't see that anymore so often in the civilized countries because the children get their surgery very early. But these children have a cleft that starts at the base of the nose and it goes through the teeth and through the palate until the uvula. On the right picture you see that dark red spot in the mouth of the boy. So if you touch your palate with your tongue, these children have a big hole there. So there is a hole between the mouth and the nose, which means that if the children eat something or drink milk, it comes out of the nose. And they are also not able to speak because the muscles that they need for speaking are not in the correct position. So that means that these children, even if we repair the lip but not the palate, are not able to go to school, to find a job, and they live their life in isolation. How many children have lip and palate in the world? You won't believe it, but it's 160,000 newborn babies who are born all over the world every year. And these babies very often have a cleft lip and a cleft palate. So they need 2 surgeries. 1 in 600 children are born like that. Doesn't matter whether it's in Germany, in Hong Kong, in Bangladesh, or in Peru. It's all over the world, the same amount of children who are born with cleft lip and palate. Alone in China, 35,000 are born every year. And as all surgeons of the world are not able to do surgeries for all these children, there's bigger growing backload of children who are still waiting for surgery. So what is the reason? Why do these children have that? Nobody knows exactly. 25% of them are genetic cases, but there are a lot of discussions going on, maybe a lack of folic acid, and there's a lot of superstitiousness between the poor parents. They think maybe it's a punishment of God, or maybe the mother did something wrong before the pregnancy, or maybe it was a lightning in the field. If you see these people, these are from South America, they are illiterate, they cannot imagine what that really means to get such a child. And that's why they don't bring the children to surgery, they hide them in their homes. And very often there are a lot of rumors, like maybe these doctors who are coming to do the surgery, maybe they take out the organs and sell them on the market and other horrible things. So it's really not so easy to find all these children who need surgery. So what do they need, these children? They need the surgery already at the age of 3 months of their lip, and then 1 year later, a surgery that closes the 2 sides of the palate. And it would be the optimum if they would get speech therapy, dentist, ENT, and orthodontist, like that is normal in Hong Kong and in Germany, but in many poor countries, they would never see one of these specialists. So, together with the German Cleft Society, we are covering now 14 different countries, from Peru and Bolivia until Philippines and Indonesia. And here you can see, in China, 35 children every year. And in China, they have a lot of specialized hospitals in the big cities, and all children who are lucky to be born in the big cities, they get the surgeries, but on the countryside, there are still so many children who have never seen a doctor, and with that big number of children newly born every year, the number is growing and growing. And speech therapy is a thing which is nearly unknown in China. Happily, we are able now to work together with a team in the city of Xi'an, and with Dr. Ma, this lady on the right-hand side, who starts now a project giving speech therapy also to these children who already have their surgery, so that they are able to speak normally and go to school. So other countries like Philippines or Vietnam are not so lucky. In Vietnam, there is 1 of 150 children born with cleft lip and palate. Because of Agent Orange, even 3 generations later, still in the DNA of the mothers is that defect, so that they still get a lot of cleft children. In Philippines alone, there is a backload of 80,000 children waiting for surgery. Or in India, you can still see these big children who are coming for surgery, like this small girl called Dharati, and look how she looks directly after the surgery, 6 months later, like a normal schoolgirl. In Africa, we see a lot of adults, and if you see this lady with her teeth coming out of the mouth, the other picture is 2 days after the surgery. And what a beautiful woman is she now. Before she was living in her village, always hiding in her hut, and she never went outside. Now she can go out and try to find a husband, get children, and have a normal life. I still want to show you how that works if I go somewhere to do surgeries together with local surgeons. For example, I go to Indonesia, to the island of Flores and Timor. I arrive there, for example, in Java, and I start with a small team of 5 or 6 Indonesian doctors, anesthesists, and nurses, and we fly to these small remote islands. And once we arrive, we go directly to the very small country hospitals that you can find everywhere there, because we don't need big hospitals to do the surgeries. And the children and the parents are already social workers are looking for the children even in the most remote areas. And look like how these hospitals are looking like. They are really poor. They are missing a lot of things, but they have operation theaters mostly. They have anesthesia machines that we can use, and that is actually all that we need. But very often they even have chairs there. The anesthesia machines are very old. They don't have covers for our feet in the OR, and in some hospitals they even don't have running water, so someone has to come with a pot of water to clean our hands. But as long as you are a good team, you can overcome all these difficulties, and we try to operate as many children as we can. We make the parents so happy after the surgery. You can see that how they are smiling. The surgery is not only for the children. We give to the children a better face, a better future, but also for the parents who, if we would not have their children, they would have their child with a malformation for their whole life. Everybody would look at them. They have to feed that child. In many poor families, it's so important that every member of the family can also get an income somehow. And 2 hours after the surgery, the baby can already drink from the mother's breast. Very often a thing that they do for the first time in their life. And if we do such a small mission, we start working in the morning at 7 and we don't finish before every child has got its operation. Sometimes we do like 30 surgeries in 2 days, working from morning until night. But when we are going back home, then we are very happy for what we did. An operation of little more than 1 hour changes the whole life of a child and costs as little as 250 euros or 2,500 Hong Kong dollars. But it's not only children who have these clefts. You can see here on the right-hand side a whole group of young girls that I operated in Africa. They all had never seen a doctor before, or on the picture above in Peru, even adults who are coming for the first time. Football boys, grandmothers, twins, one with a cleft lip and the other one without. We see so many different patients from all ages. But last but not least, I want to tell you the story of my favorite patient, Idrissa, in Ghana. He's 66 years old, and he came like that picture on the left. And he was very sad because his son was going to be married, and he didn't invite him for his marriage because it was such a big gap, such a big cleft in the lip. He didn't want to have his father at his marriage party. So Idrissa came and I did the surgery, and you can see how he was looking like 1 month later. And he could go to the party of his son, and I think he's very happy now. And for me it was so nice to see him just a few days after the surgery, sitting under a big tree in Africa, chatting to his friends, having his Fanta, and being happy. And if I imagine that this man could have had his surgery already 60 years before, I think he would have a much better life. So I thank you and Global Children's Foundation very much that I had the opportunity to give that presentation to you. If you would like to have any more information, there are some flyers on the tables where you can have a look at. But thank you very much for listening.
순서를 남겨놓고 있습니다. 사실 미니 오페라가 진행되는 동안에 행운을 가져가실 많은 분들이 이미 정해졌습니다. 글로벌 어린이재단 임원분들의 입회하에 공정하게 추첨을 했고요. 각 테이블에 이미 그 결과가 전달된 걸로 알고 있습니다. 그 결과를 참고해 주시면 되겠고요. 마지막 세 분만을 지금 이 무대에서 뽑도록 하겠습니다. 추첨은 글로벌어린이재단의 김가혜 회장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
So first of all, a very warm thanks to Dr. Ulrike for sharing her important work in that of the Deutsche Kinderhilfe. We wish them the best of luck going forward for the many children and young adults whom they continue to serve. As Hongwon says, we are now going to move on to the lucky draw. These are the top 3 prizes that are being given this evening. So we are going to invite someone to draw to Mrs. Nina Chan, who is going to draw the top 3 winners. And so why don't we ask Mrs. Agnes Nan to come up here to draw the top 3.
지금 김가혜 회장님께서 잠시 김가혜 회장님 지금 바로 들어오셨습니다.
So, if you have raffle tickets, please get them at the ready. The third prize first, if someone can explain to us in English and in Korean.
먼저 3등 뽑도록 하겠습니다. 이영애 코스메틱의 화장품이 준비되어 있습니다.
So this is, I think, for some cosmetics, and Mrs. Chan's going to draw out the winner. Or we're going to roll it a few more times. The very chic tombow, nice and gold. Okay, so. Look, there's one right there. So the ticket came out by itself. And Mrs. Chan, do you want to read the number? It is
0734.
0734. Do we have a winner here in the room? This is for the third prize.
734번 없으십니까?
0734. Do we have a winner here? 0734. We do? Oh, there's someone very shy. Please stand.
704번 이영애 코스메틱 화장품 당첨되셨습니다. 축하드립니다.
It's Lam Chi-Wai. Oh, okay, you really are. No, this is, oh, right, okay. She left already. Otherwise, we can give you the cosmetics. Okay. So, congratulations. So, we have one winner here, and we'll keep that stuff. Okay, this is second prize. And what's the second prize, Hongwon?
네, 2등은 중국 샤먼 콘레더 호텔 2박 숙박권입니다.
That's right, this is the stay at the Conrad in Xiamen. So we're going to draw the winner for that.
(0199)
0199. Do we have a winner here in the room for the second prize?
각자 래플 티켓을 확인해 주시기 바랍니다. 199번입니다. 축하드립니다.
First son, now father. Thank you very much, and congratulations. So that is Xiamen, where you're going to be going to. It's okay. You don't want to go to Xiamen, is it? Xiamen. Okay, so we have the second prize in Xiamen. So this is the first prize for this evening. It is a plane ticket to
네, 이제 1등 한 분만을 나타내고 있습니다. 서울, 홍콩, 아시아나 티켓입니다.
So either you would love to go back to see your family in Korea, or you don't want to, but this is a ticket on Asiana Airlines from Hong Kong to Seoul, return. This is Chan's digging deep, and you have a winner.
Number 15.
Number 15. Who has number 15 here? Number 15, 150015. 0015.
15번 티켓 가지신 분 안 계십니까?
You don't want to go see your family? Oh, you do? Okay, so we have a winner over here.
네, 무대 앞으로 나와주시기 바랍니다.
Congratulations. Are you looking forward to going to Seoul again? Okay, I guess. Okay, congratulations. And we now would like to tell you that I think almost everybody here in the room is a winner, because on your tables you will find a couple of sheets of paper, and that lists the numbers of all the other winners, because we had more than 70 prizes to give this evening. So if you purchased generously a raffle ticket this evening, I'm sure your number will be on this piece of paper. So consult the paper in front of you. All the winning numbers are there from 4th prize onwards, and congratulations to all of you.
네, 이제 앞서 말씀드린 사일런트 옥션의 결과를 발표하도록 하겠습니다.
Okay, so now we are going to do one more thing, which is to announce the winners of this evening's silent auction. There were a number of very exciting lots that were available, and Hong-Wan has been checking through the list to see who the winners are. So Hong-Wan, who's the winner?
네, 먼저 김한로 씨 핸드백입니다. 한유미님 그리고 크리스티나 리님께서 당첨되셨습니다.
So, first of all, we have the Guy Laroche handbags, and the winners are Christina Sun and Han Yo-mi.
네, 다음은 친칠라 스카프 블루 색깔입니다. 도라 정님께서 당첨되셨습니다.
So, the winners are Christina Sun and Han Yo-mi. You have both won your bid on the Guy Laroche handbags. Congratulations. Next, which is the one? So, we have a Guy Laroche scarf for Hong-Wan, who won that. Oh, sorry, the Guy Laroche scarf, the successful bidder is Dora Jong. Dora Jong. Okay.
네, 계속해서 친칠라 스카프 이번에는 베이지 색깔입니다. 이명희님께서 당첨되셨습니다.
And now the Guy Laroche scarf, the successful bidder is Lee Myung-hee.
네, 마지막으로 비앙카 블랙러님 레드 색깔과 그레이 색깔 모두 다 테레사 유님께 당첨됐습니다.
And the final winner of this evening for the Bravco blender is Teresa Yu.
네, 그러면서 오늘 물품을 협찬해 주신 모든 분들께 감사의 말씀 다시 한번 전해드립니다.